Every summer, early childhood businesses welcome a fresh wave of families through the door. Families who may try a camp, attend a play session, or bring a child to an enrichment program for the very first time. And every fall, most of those families they just simply disappear. Not because they didn't love the experience, because nobody built a bridge between summer and fall enrollment. Summer families, they are your warmest possible leads. They've already said yes once. The only question is whether you have a system to invite them into saying yes again. So today I'm giving you the summer to fall conversion strategy and nurture email sequence that's going to turn those one-time summer families into year-round enrolled families. Well, hey there, CEOs. Welcome to the Early Childhood Business Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Peak, and I love to help you find more of that time, freedom, and profit. Now, I'm guessing you've spent the last several months planning, marketing, and filling your summer programs. You've got families that are registered, children who are coming, their memories are going to be made, and now you might be getting towards the end of summer and thinking about what's going to happen when it wraps up. Now, most of those families, they might just drift away to whatever is next on their fall schedule without any of them ever hearing from you again or about your fall program. Now, if that made your stomach drop a little, well, good, because that's the revenue opportunity that most early childhood businesses are walking right past every single year. Just think about it. A family who attended one of your summer camps, well, they've already done the hardest part of enrollment. They've overcome the uncertainty. They've seen your space. They've met your team, trusted you with their child, maybe even for multiple weeks. They know, they like, and they trust you, which is the foundation of every enrollment decision a parent is going to ever make. You have the most valuable marketing asset there is, a warm, experienced relationship. And if you're not converting that into a fall enrollment offer with a clear, structured nurture sequence, well, my friend, you are leaving seats open and revenue on the table while you're scrambling to fill them through cold outreach in late August. Now, I've spent almost 30 years operating preschools, play cafes, enrichment programs, and I can tell you with complete confidence that the summer to fall conversion is one of the single most underutilized enrollment strategies in all of early childhood business. So today I'm going to show you the 3 key strategies on how to build it. Number 1, identify and segment your summer families before summer ends. Number 2, build a 4-email summer to fall nurture sequence. And number 3, create a summer to fall conversion experience that's not just an email. Now, summer families are not trial customers that you hope might return. They are the warmest leads in your entire enrollment pipeline, and treating them as such is the fastest path to a full fall roster. When you build a systematic, intentional nurture sequence that moves summer families through the engage and nurture phases of the Marketing Made Easy enrollment flywheel, you are doing smarter marketing. You're leveraging the trust you've already earned instead of starting every fall from scratch. That's the attraction and nurture marketing profit booster working at its highest and most efficient level. Now, your free resource is the summer to fall conversion email sequence. Go find that where you're going to find information about this episode, podcast episode number 182. Download it at kellypeak.com. Go check that out. Now, here's a question that I really want you to sit with. What is the conversion cost of a summer family versus a cold inquiry? Now, a cold inquiry requires attract content, trust building over weeks or months, a possible tour, and multiple follow-ups before a parent is ever ready to commit. So a summer family has already toured your space. They've already experienced it with their child. They've seen your team in action, and they felt what it feels like to be part of your community. So the conversion cost of a summer family to a fall enrollment is a fraction of what it costs to convert a brand new inquiry. Again, you've already done the hard work, my friend. The only question is whether you're going to ask. So after implementing the ACE inquiry system and a structured parent attraction strategy, one of the early childhood businesses I worked with went from 12 inquiries per month with a 30% conversion rate to 45 inquiries per month with a 65% conversion rate. All of this within 6 months. Now, that's the power of a systematic nurture approach applied to families who are already engaged. And summer families, well, they sit even higher in that pipeline than cold inquiries. They've already experienced your program firsthand, and a 4 to 6 month email nurture sequence aims specifically at summer families converting to fall enrollment. Well, if you send that within the final weeks of your summer session, that is really going to help. So again, you'll see that the final weeks of your summer session, that might be the first 2 weeks of August or maybe the last 2 weeks of August, depends when your session begins or ends. So this is going to require a few hours to build it, but it can realistically convert 30 to 50% of those summer families into fall enrollments. Now, think about it, a few hours of work and seats filled before September. Now, I worked with an enrichment program director who operated 2 popular summer camp sessions every year. Her camps consistently sold out. She was excellent at marketing summer enrollment, but every fall she started almost from scratch. Her fall enrollment was driven almost entirely by new cold inquiries. Families who found her through social media or word of mouth, while the 30 to 40 families who experienced her summer camp, well, they rarely converted to fall classes. So when I asked her how she was following up with summer families about fall enrollment, her answer was really she wasn't. She had sent a general fall registration is open email to her whole list late in August, almost when the camp was over. And she had hoped that the summer families, well, that they would jump in, but they didn't. These were generic fall announcements. It was one email, not a conversion strategy. And that's really more of a broadcast. And broadcasts to warm leads, well, they don't acknowledge the relationship that you've built. And that can feel kind of impersonal. Where warm leads, those deserve a warm outreach. So what we did instead is we built a 4-email summer to fall conversion sequence together. She modeled it after the loyalty lead system nurture framework in module 3 of our preschool business blueprint. If you are in our Clarity Collective program, you are going to get that preschool business blueprint as part of that program. If you are a Shine member, you can buy the preschool business blueprint for 50% off. So be sure to check that out. But you're going to email, and this is an email that's going to land the final week of summer camp and acknowledge the experience by name, specific to what the child had done, maybe even referencing the session theme. You're going to have email 2 arrive 1 week later with a behind the scenes preview of the fall program. You're going to have a personal invitation. Then you're going to have email 3, which was a deadline driven fall enrollment offer with a priority registration window for summer families specifically. And finally, email 4 is a personal follow-up from the director themselves. Now, the following fall, when she implemented this, 38% of her summer families converted to fall enrollment without a single cold outreach, no paid ads, no additional marketing investment. She entered September with the fullest fall roster she'd had in 6 years. And she told me the best part. Several families emailed back to say how much it meant to them that she remembered their child's summer experience specifically. So that personal acknowledgement, that was the thing that moved them from a maybe to a yes. So I want to show you these strategies specifically. And we're going to start with strategy number 1, where you're going to identify and segment your summer families before summer ends. Now, the foundation of any effective conversion strategy is knowing exactly who you're talking to. And your summer to fall conversion is no different. Before you can send a warm personal nurture sequence to your summer families, you need to know who they are, what session they attended, whether they're already enrolled for fall, and whether they're a new relationship or maybe a returning family who's been to you before. This segmentation work happen around the first week of August, not the week before school starts. So I would say about 2 to 3 weeks before the end of your camp season. Pull your summer enrollment list and create 3 categories. Families who are already enrolled for the fall, they need appreciation and excitement, but not a conversion sequence. Number 2, families who attended summer and are not yet enrolled for your fall. These are your primary conversion targets. And brand new families who attended your summer for the first time and have never been part of your year-round program. These are your highest priority conversion opportunities because they've experienced your program once and the relationship is fresh, but still being formed. Your conversion sequence for returning families and your conversion sequence for brand new summer families should feel a little different. even if the structure is the same to keep things easy for you. A family who's been with your preschool for 2 years, or even your enrichment program as well, or maybe you want to invite them back to some classes you're having in your play cafe. So if they've been with you before and attended summer camps, maybe with a sibling, they don't need to be convinced that your program is worth continuing. They need a warm re-enrollment invitation that acknowledges their loyalty. Now, a family who brought their child to your Play Cafe summer camp for the first time needs a sequence that celebrates the experience they just had and introduces them to what a year-round relationship with your program might look like. So again, if you're a Play Cafe, maybe you're having year-round art classes, or maybe you're having some sort of a year-round stay and play program that you want to invite them to, like coming into play anytime they want with a monthly membership, on a monthly membership basis. This segmentation, it's going to serve as a practical way that's going to allow you to really set this system up. It allows you to write an email and the email content that references the specific experience families had. So an email to a family whose child attended your Garden Explorers camp, for example, that mentions the sunflowers they planted and how much fun circle time was in the outdoor classroom. That's going to land dramatically different than a generic, "we hope you enjoyed the summer" opener. Specificity is warmth, my friend. And warmth, that is what is going to convert those warm leads. So the Marketing Made Easy playbook, that is going to include email templates and more on the segmentation framework that's going to make this process straightforward. You don't need a sophisticated CRM to implement this. You need a simple spreadsheet with your summer families, categories by session, new versus returning status, and current fall enrollment status. That is enough. It's easy, and it's going to be a highly effective conversion sequence. So just use this simple tool. Now, you can get more fancy if you like. Absolutely. Anyone that has a fancy CRM program that's going to help them do this, that's wonderful. But those of you who don't have that, you just need a spreadsheet. Google spreadsheets work great. Those are the ones we love to use because, again, you can then set them up on one computer and your team member can help you continue it, making it current on another computer. So whatever you choose to use, it could also be paper. It could be in a binder, could be pencil and paper, for example. But whichever you choose to use, just set up a system. That's the key here. So your action steps this week, pull your complete summer enrollment list and sort those families into those 3 categories: already enrolled for fall, summer only returning family, and a brand new summer family. Now, the size of your second and third categories is your fall conversion opportunity. And now you know exactly who to focus on. And action step number 2, for each category, write one sentence that describes what makes that family relationship different and what your conversion ask will be. So a returning family, for example, "Thank you for another year. Here's your priority re-enrollment link." And maybe for a new summer family, "Your child had an amazing summer. Here's what fall looks like." That sentence becomes the anchor of the first email in their sequence. And then remember to personalize it. Okay, on to strategy number 2. Build a 4-email summer to fall nurture sequence. So the summer to fall conversion sequence is a 4-email series that's going to move a family from the warmth of their summer experience directly into a fall enrollment decision. So this is going to happen without feeling pushy, generic, or like a marketing blast. It follows the nurture phase of the Marketing Made Easy enrollment flywheel in our preschool business blueprint, and you're going to maintain the relationship, provide value, and invite the next step with clarity. So email number 1. This is the experience acknowledgement. So you're going to send this in the final week of your program or within 3 days of the family's last session. So this is key here. So for your families that are going to be with you all summer long, before the final week. So I would actually say maybe in like 2 to 3 weeks before. So somewhere between 1 and 3 weeks of the last day of your summer session, or if that family is only there for a week or 2 weeks, a few days before the session is over. Now, the goal is to celebrate the specific experience that child had. Remember, we're not looking for generic. We don't want "thanks for a great summer." You want something more personal, warm, acknowledgement that references something real. So maybe something specific about the camp theme they participated in, a skill they practiced, maybe a moment that stood out. Maybe you had a guest field trip, someone come in and visit. Now, the email doesn't need to make the fall enrollment ask. It simply closes the summer chapter with warmth and positions you as a program that pays attention. So an example subject line might be something like, Susan had the best summer. Here's what we noticed. And then you go into giving some specifics. Now, here is the key to making it simple and easy. There are certain things within each summer camp, specifically within a theme, that could be relative to multiple children. So if you are a large program, that's okay. You can send the same email to different kiddos with some of the pulling out 2 or 3 of the highlights. Now, if you're a smaller program, you want to maybe even go even more personal if you can. Okay, email number 2, the fall preview. So again, you're going to send this a few days after email 1, depending on how long your program is. Now, this is where you introduce fall. It's not a pitch, but it's a natural next chapter. Share what's coming in the fall program, maybe some themes of your specific classrooms, maybe your curriculum focus, maybe some new activities or experiences you're excited about. Include a behind the scenes element, maybe a photo of your team setting up the fall classroom, a quote from a returning teacher or family, something that they might have loved about the fall season. And then close with a soft invitation. We would love for Andy to be part of what's coming. Here's how to learn more. And then link your fall enrollment page or maybe your tour scheduling page with a subject line like sneak peek, what's coming this fall at Little Flower Academy. Now, email number 3, this is your priority enrollment offer. You're going to send this a few days after you send email 2. Now, again, if you're sending this into the summer, you have a family maybe that's been with you 8 to 10 weeks of your entire summer. This might look a little different than someone who's only coming for a few weeks, but this is your direct conversion ask, and it should feel exclusive, not urgent, not desperate, but urgent in the way that we have limited spots and we want them to go to families that we already love. So offer summer families a priority registration window, a specific deadline by which they can secure their fall spot before enrollment opens to the general public. Include a clear call to action with a single link and keep this email brief and direct. So your subject line might be something like priority fall enrollment for summer families, spots are limited. And finally, email number 4. This is your personal follow-up. Send this a few days before the priority window is going to close. This email is the shortest of all 4, just 3 to 5 sentences at the most. And it comes from you personally, not from your program. The simple way that you can do this, you want to say in very simple terms, I wanted to make sure you saw this. I'd love to have Andy with us this fall. Here's the link. No graphics, no headers, no design elements, a plain text, personal email from a human being who knows their child's name. This is one of the highest converting emails that you will have in your nurture sequence. So a subject line example here might be just checking in Andy's possible fall spot. That's it. The complete summer to fall conversion email sequence template. You will find this at kellypeak.com. I'm giving you with this episode a fill in the blank version of all 4 emails, including subject line options and personalization prompts. You can customize those and schedule that sequence in your own program or your email platform of choice in under 2 hours. So the key is, again, make this personal to you and your program. And then if you can get it set up in a sequential order, then you will be dialed in. Okay, your action steps here. Number 1, go to kellypeak.com where you're going to find information on podcast episode 182, download the summer to fall conversion email sequence, and identify which of your summer families from the segmentation you completed in strategy 1 is going to receive which version of the sequence. Then set a specific send date for email 1 before you close this document, and then sequence continues on and make sure all of the other emails get sent. Number 2, I want you to write your email 1 acknowledgement for your top summer program right now. So reference the specific camp theme or experience by name. Write a few sentences about what the children will do or experience. Then set up your email in a way that you can use that rinse and repeat over and over again with multiple children if you have a larger program. Or how are you going to add specific children's names in that email? Get that set up right now. Now, the level of personalization is going to just take a few extra minutes, but it's going to dramatically increase your open and response rates. I promise you it will be worth the trouble. Okay, on to strategy number 3, create a summer to fall conversion experience, not just an email. Now, the email sequence, that's the backbone of your summer to fall conversion strategy, but the operators who see the highest conversion rates pair that with 1 or 2 in-person or community touch points that deepen the relationship right at the moment the conversion sequence is running. This is the loyalty lead system in action, what we talk about in our preschool business blueprint. Email campaigns combined with special events that strengthen community bonds. So the first and most effective in-person touch point is an end of summer celebration event. Now, this is a brief, low cost, but high warmth gathering at your program in the final week or two of summer, or maybe again towards the end. This doesn't need to be elaborate. Maybe a family ice cream social, a finally camp showcase. Maybe the kiddos can come in and share what they made or what they learned. Maybe it's a musical program where they're going to sing a song, a casual outdoor gathering with simple refreshments. Whatever it is, this event is going to accomplish three things simultaneously. It gives the children a meaningful closure experience for summer. It gives parents another positive touch point with your space and your team, and it gives you a natural context to have the conversation about what comes next in person. Your fall. This is almost always more effective than any email you can send. So at the end of summer event, have your fall enrollment information ready. Maybe a simple one-page flyer, a QR code to a landing page on your website, or a brief verbal announcement from you about the fall openings. You don't have to make it a sales pitch. Just make it a mention. We're so excited for what's coming this fall, and we'd love to have your family with us. Or if anybody in your community that you know of would like to join, please let us know. Here's how you grab a spot. The warmth of the moment, it doesn't have to be selling. Now, the second touch point is a parent referral activation that runs simultaneously with the email sequence. So happy summer families who are already in your nurture sequence are also your best source of fall enrollment referrals. A simple invitation integrated into email 2 or maybe email 3 that says, if you have a friend whose child would love this program, please share this link with them before our spots are full. This is going to activate your summer families and have them be your advocates without requiring them to do anything complicated. And maybe you could include a small referral incentive if that works for you. A tuition credit, a free class, a priority access to some of your upcoming events, whatever the case may be. Now, for play cafes and enrichment programs, the summer to fall conversion touch points might look a little different. Maybe it's an end of session party that's going to highlight the fall sessions that you have coming up that maybe they could schedule. Maybe it's a member appreciation evening for families who attended during the summer, or maybe it's a behind the scenes preview of what you have lined up for the fall, offered exclusively to families who came during the summer before you open it up to the public. This is all going to create the same effect, a special, exclusive experience that's going to make summer families feel valued and, most importantly, motivated to continue the relationship. Now, the principle underlying all of this is straightforward. People who feel like they belong somewhere, well, they come back. And your summer to fall conversion strategy isn't about marketing to strangers. It's about reminding people who already love you that there is a next chapter and that you want them in it. So your 2 action steps, my friend. Number 1, plan one end of season touch point event. Even something small and simple in the final week of your summer program. It doesn't need a big budget. It needs a date, a space, a brief fall enrollment mention, and warm hospitality. Put it on your calendar before this week is over. Action step number 2, add a referral invitation to email 2 or 3 of your conversion sequence. So just a couple sentences inviting summer families to share your fall registration link with a friend whose child would love the program. And we all know our kiddos love to bring their friends. Include that referral incentive if you have one. Now, this single sentence can generate as many additional fall inquiries as a paid social media ad. So from people who come pre-trusted by families who already know and love your program. Today, we move from letting summer families drift away to building a systematic summer to fall conversion strategy that's going to capture the warmest leads in your pipeline before they disappear into fall. When you segment your summer families with intention, send a 4-email nurture sequence that acknowledges the relationship you've built, and then you pair it with one in-person touch point that makes families feel like they belong, my friend, you will transform your summer from a standalone season into the first chapter of a year-round family relationship. That is attraction and nurture marketing profit booster in action. It's creating the enrollment growth your business deserves. Okay, let's come together now. It's time to take a breath and picture this. It's the first week of September. Your fall enrollment is the fullest it's been in years. And when you look at your roster, you recognize names from the summer, families who came for camp and chose to stay. The work to convert them, well, it didn't require a big marketing budget, a new social media strategy, or cold outreach. It required 4 emails, 1 event, and the decision for you, my friend, to ask. And the families who already love you are your easiest enrollment, so go get them. So here are your 3 clear next steps. Number 1, download the summer to fall conversion email sequence at kellypeak.com, where you're going to find information about podcast episode number 182. This is what your summer families are going to be looking for. So be sure to do this before this week is over. Number 2, if you need more information around this, grab the Marketing Made Easy playbook at kellypeak.com/shop resources. It's going to give you the complete enrollment flywheel and those email templates. It's going to give you the parent nurture framework and the caption and communication tools that make every phase of your marketing system work, from summer conversion all the way through your fall enrollment push. And then if you need deeper support, that Marketing Made Easy playbook is already in our programs. So if you want to build a complete marketing system that converts families at every stage of your parent journey, be sure to join us inside our Shine membership program and our Clarity Collective. You will find all of this in Module 3 of our Preschool Business Blueprint, Attraction and Nurture Marketing. It's going to walk you through the full enrollment flywheel, the ACE inquiry system, and our loyalty lead system with live coaching from me and community support. Now, my friend, here's the thing about summer that I never want you to forget. Those families, they've chosen you once in a world full of options, other camps, other programs, other ways to spend their summer. They chose your space for their child. That is not a small thing. That is an act of trust. And the way that you honor that trust is not by letting them walk out with ever knowing what else you have to offer them. Your summer families deserve to know about your fall. They deserve the invitation, and you deserve that enrollment. So, my friend, send the sequence. Take care. I'll see you next week.